Hi everyone, today I just want to talk about 6 unexpected joys when you quit alcohol, and there's so many benefits I can go through and I've went through in numerous videos like better sleep and better health and more money, etc. But there's some small things that you get after a while that just add up to the whole experience. And for myself, I quit drinking for 5 years between 2017 2022, and then I stupidly got back on it and I quit in July of this year 2025. But these six things I want to go through just really kind of add to the whole experience, like I say. And the first one is waking up before your alarm. There's honestly nothing better in the world than waking up right before your alarm, be it an hour before, and you're just feeling fresh as a daisy, your eyes open, and you just feel great. There's no anxiety hits you, you know you're on top of everything. And to be honest, even if you're going to work, you actually enjoy it because you know you'll be there early, you know you're not nothing's outstanding, you're on top of everything, you're doing well. And it would be the same in your business and in your personal life. But if you compare to that when you used to be a Monday or even a Tuesday after a kind of heavy binge weekend, I was just a quintessential British binge drinker like millions of other people. Never really out on a school night, didn't need or ever crave a beer in the morning. It was just, as soon as the weekend come, that's you're out in the pub. And the same cycle happens pretty much every weekend. And I used to remember waking up on those Monday mornings and just with ultimate dread, it's, maybe 5:30 and you look at your clock and you know you might need to get up in an hour or something. And it's just a total mix of emotions. The anxiety, the fear hits you straight away, just like a train, and you're wondering how you'll even get through the day. By the time you get in the shower, you're yawning and you're just absolutely hating everything. And it's just not a position that anyone would ever want to be in. And I'll never go back to that again. But, just like I said, just waking up before your alarm and actually getting out of bed and you're just feeling amazing and enthusiastic and positive. There's just absolutely nothing better than that. The second one is just being allergic to chaos. And it's funny, I think this one kind of happens just as a culmination of things. And what I mean by being allergic to chaos is just any kind of drama you just avoid. And if you're involved in any drama, you can easily just take it on the chin. And that can be stuff at work or it can be in your personal life. I think one of the worst things that happens with the anxiety is you really start overthinking everything. You overthink text messages. You might have heard somebody's tone in a meeting or something, or one of your family or relatives on the phone or in a video call, and you just maybe take it to heart. You start overthinking it. 99.99% of the time, nothing would have even been wrong, or you wouldn't have even questioned anything if you didn't have the anxiety or the anxiety. But now all of a sudden, of course, it's a big deal and it can ruin your whole day and week. And you learn also to kind of grow rhino skin. You're a better listener. You deal with things better. And maybe in the past with all this drama, you would have got involved or maybe joined an argument for no reason, just because you've maybe in a weird mood or you've had a few beers or a few glasses of wine. But now, like I say, I'm just completely allergic to chaos. If anything kicks off, I would normally be a mediator. I wouldn't even get involved, to be honest. And all these things, even if somebody does have a go at you, you just take it on the chin and laugh. Whereas, like I said before, it would have probably been on your mind all day, all week because of that heightened anxiety. Just a horrible thing. The third thing is weekends and how long they last. And it's quite obvious to state that, a weekend, the time's the same always. And, for me, it would be finishing on a Friday, 4 or 5 p.m. and then probably kind of winding up the weekend on a Sunday night. And it was just incredible how fast everything went when I was on the booze, and you just blink and it's over. But nowadays, it's just a completely different ball game. I just love getting up in the morning early, and you've always got plans and you've got money to do things and you've just got a zest to go out and explore and try new things. And even in the place where you live, you're just more enthusiastic to go out for walks and drive places and just see the world, experience the world. And it's funny now, sitting on the couch on a Sunday night, it's just incredible how much stuff I got done. And usually, especially with holidays, probably everyone can relate to it, those times when you went away for a weekend or you went away for a week and you actually needed a week off after your week off. And it's just something that's not great at all. And going back to work on the Monday fully refreshed after a weekend is just brilliant. The fourth thing is food actually tasting like food again. My weekends would normally just be pizzas, leftovers, picking at naan bread, picking at poppadoms, or buying Haribos and sweets, and just trying to get anything down you to kind of kid yourself on that you've kind of had some food. Because I was one of those binge drinkers where as soon as I was drinking, there was no way I was eating. I just didn't have the appetite for it, especially if I was hungover. I just didn't want to eat. And nowadays I'll just cook everything, and I enjoy food so much, and I love when I'm going out for a meal. I've lost count how many meals I went out with friends, or kind of work meals, and meals at Christmas with friends that you went there, and I was literally just forcing food down me. I didn't even really enjoy it. Definitely didn't enjoy the desserts. But nowadays, every single night, I just love cooking. I switch off, and when I make a meal, the food just tastes lovely. I love eating the desserts. I like making soups, and the desserts I enjoy every single bite, and that just wouldn't happen before. So food tasting like food again is just brilliant. The fifth thing is actually my dreams coming back. For so long, I think I just fell asleep in this kind of sedated sleep, and then even after the weekend had passed, it would have been back to kind of non-REM sleep patterns all over the shop because I slept too long on the Sunday, probably trying to sleep off the hangover, the fear. But once you wake up in the morning and you've had such a vivid, deep dream, it's just such a brilliant feeling. And that kind of downside of it, and I don't even know if it's a downside, maybe it is good, and I'm sure everyone's had the same, is when you start having your deep sleep, you also start having weird nightmares as well. And even last week, I had a dream that I was back in Las Vegas, and I ended up, I was on my fourth or fifth drink all of a sudden, and I remembered that I wasn't drinking, and I was really annoyed with myself. But, I think we should try and take positives from these negatives, and you might wake up in a panic, but I think it's a good reminder to ourselves that it shows you that we're on the right track when we're having these dreams and they're turning into nightmares, that we're actually drinking and we're looking at it in such a negative light with that. The sixth and final point and small benefit that you get is you just start liking yourself again. I think for years and years I knew I wasn't living up to my potential, and especially the last 2-3 years when I was back binge drinking at the weekends again. I didn't drink from 2017 to 2022 and absolutely smashed life. Every single day I was smashing it. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're back on your binge sessions and no DIYs getting done. You're not saving any money. You're unfit, etc. But looking in the mirror every morning and just seeing that you look refreshed, the bags have gone, the puffiness have gone, the excess weight's gone, and also just feeling inside that, you had a productive week, you've done everything you planned to do, there's all the laundry's done, you've done all the cooking, you saved money. It's just an amazing feeling, and just liking yourself again just brings so much positivity into your life. Anyway, thanks for listening to those 6 small benefits that you get. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.